Arrivederci.
L'ha visto qualcun altro? Cosa gli è capitato?
In Italy, we have a saying, if you mind your own business, you will live 100 years.
Yes.
Love that.
Clearly, your characters can do that. They have to know what's out there.
Clearly.
What, in your opinion, some people really need to know what's out there, and how important is to you to ask that question?
I guess for me, independently, I don't want to know. I don't want to know anything, really. I like to be surprised. I'm a quite present person. I love to pre-plan, but life has shown me that really is not a possibility. And when I do, I just get endlessly frustrated. But I think for Augie, that's a great question. I think that Augie's in that journey of discovering that. I think that when we started, I think she thought she knew what she wanted, and I think now she doesn't. And I think that's part of the beauty of her journey, is that she's unclear, and we see her kind of back and forth with her decision making. And I think that ultimately reflects great with an audience, because it's just realistic. It's a real thing. We're not like, oh, I don't believe that. When we're like, I made a decision, I stick to it. Inevitably, we're always going to doubt ourselves. So I think that ultimately that's where she's at.
Yeah, I have to agree. As far as Saul goes, I think that he has a natural ability to solve things. I think like his colleagues, he's very intelligent. But his thirst for knowledge, I don't know if at least when the audience first meets him, that he's maintained that. I think he's very comfortable with letting life happen as it goes.
Yeah.
In my own personal life, I try to control a lot of things. Overanalyze, overthink, stress myself out. Come on.
No, not at all, Jovan.
Hey, so need help. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to relax a bit more. I think I would like to live 100 years. Yeah,
maybe
peaceful.
80. I don't know if I want to be 100.
It's long, but 80 is that's a nice
I'll make it to 80 happily.
Yeah.
And let's say that something says that human beings are bugs. Since you are actors and your job is to try to imagine how somebody or something feels like, in your opinion, what would it feel like to be a bug?
Oh, I think we are. I think we are the most destructive race of them all. We are, and that's why it's referenced in the books. And as we are the most, progressive race, we are also the most destructive of them all. And you can't really get rid of us. And so I love the concept of us being, in Mexico we also have a saying, it's like the world will end and we'll only have cockroaches. And that's the thing, it's like we are kind of the cockroaches of the world. And I think that if we take what the show is talking about and like what these things that are speaking to us is trying to say, is like, what the concept of a bug is, it's like it helps the ecosystem. If you really break down what the bug is like an incredibly necessary being in this planet Earth, but it's also just we're swamped by them. And that, by the way, that swamp scene that you guys have is incredible, and it's a beautiful, profound nod to that comment, and why that scene is ultimately the last scene of her show. Is
Absolutely.
That a spoiler?
I couldn't explain what it feels like to be a bug, though. Like, I think that's absent of ego.
Yeah.
Maybe, which I don't think the human race has. We are full of ego.
We're full of
But
ego, for
it's a scary aspect to think of, that if there are other beings out there that they would consider as bugs. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you. Bye.
Ciao.
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 Arrivederci.